The title of this lecture is Charismatic Leadership. When it comes to the quality of leadership, I think everyone has noticed that the quality level can vary. Some leaders are more effective than others. Some leaders are more natural than others. Some are better than others. And sometimes you just end up with whom you end up with. But what constitutes this difference? For example, what is a key factor which people use to determine whether someone is a better leader than another? The short answer is personality. To show how personality can have a drastic effect on the leadership process, I will focus my discussion on charismatic leadership. So when we talk about charismatic leadership, what are we talking about? We're pretty much talking about the leader's personality. The leaders with charisma are pretty happy about it. The leaders without charisma simply would like to have more of it. Also, in general, there is a desire in many people to have more charisma than they have. Now, why is this? Well, charisma gives people a competitive advantage. In addition, charisma has a good track record. For example, in history, it has been associated with great movements and important events. Another thing to consider is that charisma has also been associated with seduction, deception, and immoral behavior. Charismatic leaders have powerful techniques at their disposal. These types of leaders make their struggle seem to be significant, grand, and heroic. They use techniques such as the exaggeration of plans and then persuade others as to their potential to achieve nearly impossible feats. All acts which motivate their followers. The charismatic leader's personality influences the followers in such a way that the leader ends up being considered a special person. All of this, when taken together, lead charismatic leaders to attract followers, which then see the leader as a figure that is above, different, and more special than everyone else. Charismatic leaders behave differently than non-charismatic leaders, and they also think differently. A skill of charismatic leaders has to do with their ability to spot irregularities, weaknesses, or limitations of the current condition or situation. They are able to see what it is that bothers people, and what it is that is unfair, and what it is that doesn't work well or is inefficient. They are then able to formulate a vision, which aims to overcome these problems. It is the charismatic leader's views, analysis, and observations that convince others that the charismatic leaders possess a special vision. Further, leadership is about the idea of trade. The charismatic leader provides the follower a mission. Oftentimes, this mission appeals to the needs of the follower. In return, the follower offers their support. But it isn't simply that the mission appeals to the follower. Couldn't the follower achieve the mission on their own and therefore not need the leader? This brings us to the idea of why the followers in an organization agree to be led. The followers are afraid that they cannot achieve the objective on their own. It becomes the followers' hope that by following someone, the objective is more likely to be met. The psychology behind this is that following a leader provides a psychological benefit, and that is the reduction of fear. Further, charismatic leaders have confidence that objectives will be achieved, and this confidence saves people from their fears. Charismatic leaders have qualities which make them a great fit as being the response to an emergency or crisis situation. In fact, during many national emergencies, we see the rise of charismatic leaders. During great societal challenges, extraordinary leadership performance is required. Out of all leader types, charismatic leader types can meet this demand. Their method is to inspire everyone so as to bring together everyone's efforts into a collaboration that will overcome the challenge. In order for them to maintain support, they will need to be successful. Without success, things will fall apart as the public will no longer see them as having charismatic qualities. In terms of business, the process is the same. The charismatic vision will allow them to see market opportunities. The charismatic will be able to offer solutions that inspire and motivate people towards a joint effort. Now that we know about charismatic leadership, how can one develop such attributes towards the betterment of their own management practice? Things that one can do include working on one's own confidence, working towards maintaining positive demeanor, working towards improving enthusiasm, looking for problems that businesses face, looking for emergency situations, and thinking about visions and potential solutions. These are all generalities, so I'll describe a specific process. First, the manager must believe that the objective is achievable. Second, the manager must act confident. People detect confidence by detecting who among them are inhibited in their actions and who are disinhibited and free-spirited. Those that are disinhibited are assumed to have more confidence. Third, figure out solutions for the organization. One must realize that organizations have problems and require leadership to organize work towards solving their problems. Without having a solution prepared, you will not be requested to lead the problem solving. Now, after listening to all of that, I'm sure that the importance of charisma has been established. However, some of you might be a bit unhappy with these ideas, especially if you are the type of person that has no charisma. If you don't have charisma, don't stress over it. I'll give you an example. Let's say a person, which we'll call Bob, gets a job in management. In this position, followers will listen to what Bob has to say without hesitation. Bob is likely to believe people follow him because of his amazing personality rather than his position. Attributing the followers' attitudes towards him to his own personality, it is very likely Bob's confidence will grow. As Bob's confidence grows, people will like him even more, which will further his confidence. Bob will end up a lot more free and will be disinhibited in his actions. As a result, Bob will gain charisma. This could be you.